Thank you for joining me for this reading. In this video, you will find out exactly what your crush secretly wants to tell you. So go ahead and choose the card or crystal that you resonate with the most, whether 1, 2, 3, or 4, and you can select it from the timestamp below. Let's dive right in. Hi, card number 1. Thank you for joining me for your reading to find out what your crush secretly wants to tell you. So the card that you were drawn to in the beginning is the Justice card, and the stone that you were drawn to is the Black Onyx. So let's go ahead and get started and find out what exactly it is that your crush wants you to know. I'm going to start off with some tarot cards. What is it you need to know at this time about your crush? What do they secretly want to tell you? Interesting. So we have, first of all, the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. So 2 sixes. 6 is about stability. It's about family, home life. And we have the Six of Pentacles, which is about giving and receiving, along with the Six of Cups, which is about reminiscing, thinking back to the past. So I have someone here that wants to bring in the stability that they had in their home life. They want to give you this sense of stability that they felt back when they were young. Maybe they have parents that are still married today and they have this long-lasting love that they want to give to you and they want to receive from you. So overall, that's what I'm getting so far, is that your crush wants to come in with this fair and balanced offering and give you this sense of stability that they had back in their childhood that was all about compromise, about fairness, about embracing both people's hearts, embracing both people's needs, and that's what they want to give to you. The Knight of Pentacles is in reverse, which could mean that they don't want to wait, because the Knight of Pentacles is about reaping something that you've sown over a long period of time. So it's possible that they don't want to wait and that they want to come in with this offering. Let's find out some more. What does your crush secretly want to tell you? So the Judgment card is also in reverse. Judgment card is about knowing oneself, about feeling self-worth. So it's possible that they are insecure about telling you their true feelings, about telling you what they want to give to you. And possibly that's why the Knight of Pentacles is in reverse, because this is about working towards your goal, about knowing what you want. So it's possible that they know what they want, but they're scared that they're not worthy of this type of love that they saw their parents have in the past. Maybe they've never had it before, and so that's what they've been working towards in their life, is feeling this sense of, that long-lasting love can be true for them, because they haven't really seen it work besides maybe an example in their childhood. So they're working on balancing their thoughts, their hearts, their emotions, so that they can feel worthy and move forward towards this goal that they want, which is a really deep love connection that they can give and receive. Compromise. Let's find out what else. Okay, yes. So they want this family, this unity. This is what they want. This is what they experienced when they were a child. They witnessed their parents being very honoring towards one another, being very loving, doting, and diligent towards having this family, and they want that for themselves. But they're afraid that life won't deliver it to them. The Wheel of Fortune is about trusting fate and synchronicities to guide you into your experience. And the Six of Swords is about moving towards a better horizon. So they are afraid that life won't deliver them this opportunity, but they do want to tell you that that's the kind of love that they want. I feel like they're scared that it's not possible for them. Maybe they haven't had it personally and they really want it in their life. So they want to tell you that this is the kind of love that they want, but maybe they're afraid that they're not worthy of it or that it's not possible for them. Let's pull some love oracle cards to find out some more information about what it is they secretly want to tell you. What are their secret feelings? What are their secret feelings towards you? What do they want to tell you about this love? The snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, look over your shoulder, the other woman. Let's find out a little bit more. So this is this fear, you know, maybe they tried, maybe they were engaged to someone that really hurt them and they got afraid that a long-lasting love is not possible. Not dealing, hurt, avoiding conversation, person, boundaries, still angry. Yes, see, that's what I was just saying. They're still angry inside about the life that they try to create with somebody in particular, and they got hurt. But here we have Cupid's arrow, and it says, have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation, or meeting and hesitation. So that's exactly what I'm feeling, is that they really, you know, they experienced their parents being loving and fulfilling, and they really want that type of long lasting relationship. They gave somebody a ring, they gave somebody a love offer that they thought would go the distance, and it didn't work out for them. So they're afraid to move forward. They're afraid that it's not possible for them, that happiness and success and fulfillment is on the other side. So they're in the process of balancing this hurt from their past, this feeling that they were backstabbed and that someone hurt them, maybe cheated on them, and that's why the engagement ended. But this says that they should have faith. Love is coming. So they do want to tell you that they see you as the type of person that they could be with, but they are afraid of getting hurt. They're afraid of what happened to them in the past. Let's pull some more cards. Some Oracle Angel cards. Precious gift. Yeah, see? Exactly. So this says that friendship, family, and love are precious gifts. Do not lose sight of what is most important. Wow. So that's exactly what I was saying. Family and love are precious gifts. So they saw that their family was one of those families that, you know, kind of feel once in a lifetime, the kind that stick together, the kind that are doting and loving, and they really are reflecting on how valuable that was for them, and they want that. They really desire that, and they want to tell you that that's the kind of love that they want. And so they have to have this determination and perseverance to lead to a positive outcome. They have to be patient. They have to be determined to move forward, because they're afraid to move forward. Be mindful of another's feelings right now. Someone needs your love. A loving thought is all it takes. So you are this person that they know needs their love, because they do see a future with you, but they're scared that it's not possible for them and that it's just going to fail. So they have this determination. They want to tell you that they really do have this determination. They have faith that you are their love. So yeah, I think that's really beautiful that they are doing what it takes to overcome this fear that they're experiencing. Let's pull another oracle card. What else do you need to know about this crush? What they want to tell you? What is it that they want to tell you? What is it that your crush secretly wants to tell you? Conception. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. So that's amazing, because I was just saying how they're thinking about their past and about their childhood. And this is saying that this invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, so our family life, where we grew up. And it helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities and what we can manifest through our own focus. The determination card says that determination, perseverance, and patience will lead to a positive outcome. So that is what they're working on, and that's what they want to tell you. They're remembering all the happiness of their childhood and how they want to manifest that for themselves. And they're remembering that it is possible. Even though they got hurt in the past, they really do know that it's possible. And so that's what they're working for. They're not going to give up on that possibility that they can have this relationship that they saw their parents have. A couple more oracle cards. So let's do timing. These cards are about divine timing. When will your crush come in with this information? What will they say to you? When will they say it to you? What is the timing that you need to be aware of with your crush? In the summer. Okay, so we have in the summer, depending on where you are, this will be the resolution of this goal. Let's pull a couple more tarot cards. Strength. Okay, so since this is coming in the summer, we are entering the fall in the northern hemisphere and the spring in the southern hemisphere. So depending on where you are in the world, this will require some strength and some patience on your part to wait for this person to go through this work that they're currently doing on themselves, and the determination to let you know that you are the one that I want, and I really want to tell you that I want this relationship that I had in my past, but I have to do this work on myself to overcome the hurt because they're still angry. So if you really do truly care about this person and you want to have this type of relationship that they are looking for, which is that unity between matrimony that goes the distance, that's dedicated over a long period of time, that's what they want and that's what they're working for. So if you honestly want that too and you really care about this person, then you'll wait till the summer wherever you are to receive this offering from them that comes and says, this is what I want. I know it's possible. I've overcome the anger and the hurt and the frustration from this previous engagement that didn't work out. So until then, you will have this strength and this compassion, this determination for them to move through these fears that they're currently going through, knowing that you are the one they want and they do want a relationship that goes the distance. Okay? So go ahead and comment precious gift to claim this message for yourself. Also, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications so you don't miss the next reading that I do for you. Until then, I'm sending you so much peace and love. Bye for now. Hi, card number 2. Thank you for joining me for your reading to find out exactly what your crush secretly wants to tell you. The card that you were drawn to in the beginning is the Page of Wands, and the crystal you were drawn to is the citrine quartz. So let's go ahead and dive right in. What is it that your crush secretly wants to tell you? Six of Wands, death and rebirth. So your crush secretly wants you to know that they are in a process of beginning a renewed passion, moving towards a success. Okay, so they've recently gone through a death and rebirth process, a transformation that has renewed their passion, and they see a success with you. Let's find out some more. What do they secretly want to tell you about this transformation that they've gone through? And they have a sense of renewed passion that they see as a success. So we have the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups in reverse. So the transformation that they've gone through is that in the past, they were not willing to compromise. They were not willing to give as much as they took. And that's the transformation that is leading them to a success in wanting to have a renewed passion in regards to a relationship with you, is because they didn't want a relationship in the past. They really just were doing their own thing, but now that's what they're ready for. They're ready to share their passion with another person. Let's find out what else you need to know. What does your crush secretly want to tell you? Yep. See, they've moved on from this baggage of the past. They've moved on from being a player. They've moved on from being somebody who doesn't want to be tied down. They've let the baggage go. They're tired of competing. They're tired of playing the field. That's what they've been doing in the past. They've been competing with their energy, not trying to give it to one person in particular, not trying to unite themselves and move forward. They have been just playing the field, competing with other people, playing the game, and now they're ready to give up on that. They're ready to move forward from that behavior in the past. Let's pull some love-specific oracle cards. What does your crush secretly want to tell you? Love-specific oracle card. Boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. Interesting. So that's exactly what I said, is that they're moving on. They're moving on from the past, and they're arriving to a success of receiving this passion that they need. Closure issues here. Maybe that's why they didn't want to settle down. They had closure issues from the past that they didn't resolve. The Sword and the Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. So this was upside down. So it's possible that they still need clarity, that they're still moving on. They're still moving on here. They haven't reached a resolution of this transformation, but they're in the process of it. They want to tell you that they're passionate about you. Wow, exactly. They want to tell you that they're passionate about you. It says insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun. Okay. So they need this time to have this clarity, to close off this issue. They are in the process of moving on from their player era, where they didn't want to settle down because of the pain of the past. They weren't ready to give as much as they took. They were just taking a lot from people, and they don't want to do that anymore. They want to show you how much passion they have for you. You are changing their mind when it comes to having passion and wanting to settle down. What else does your crush secretly want to tell you? What does your crush secretly want to tell you? Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Interesting. And Hand of Cards, take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. Okay, so the Hand of Cards was upside down. So they're afraid to take a chance. They are afraid of risking. So this is why, because this third-party interference in the past, they were hooking up, they were just flirting. This is exactly what I was saying. So this is the experience that they had in the past, so it's making them afraid to take a risk, but they do have this passion for you. They're really, really interested in moving this relationship forward with you. So let's see what the Divine Timing cards have to say. What does your crush secretly want to tell you? When will they tell you? What does your crush secretly want to tell you? When will they tell you? What does your crush secretly want to tell you? When will they tell you? Try later. It's up to you. Happening now. That's interesting. It's very different cards here. Try later. It's up to you. Happening now. When will they tell you? It's up to you. So these two cards go together because remember I was saying they're not ready, right? They're still in the process. They don't have clarity yet. They're still in the process of moving on from this era where they weren't ready to settle down. But they know that it's up to them because they do have this passion for you that they see as possibly a success. And so that's what's happening now for them, that they are in the process of this transformation. They're transforming because they see a success with you. That's what's happening. But the offering, the clarity is going to come in a little bit later. They're going to come to you with clarity, but it's going to be a little bit later. But it's also happening now because it's up to them. They're working on it currently. So just a little bit of patience. Universal love. Yes, this is what they want. They don't want to be a player. They want to be, you know, very loving, deeply loving, not just a person who has flings. Yes, realization, of their highest heart-centered truth. Yes. So definitely, okay? This person is in the process of realizing their universal love, their true divine love, their true counterpart. So they will come in shortly. They're currently working on themselves and going through this transformation. They want to tell you, they will tell you soon. You'll have to be a little bit patient and understand, also have this compassionate universal love that they're in the process of realizing a new version of themselves. And they're very passionate about you and they see a successful resolution with you. Okay? So go ahead and comment passion below to claim this message for yourself. Also, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications so you don't miss the next reading that I do for you. And until then, I'm sending you so much peace and love. Bye for now. Hi, card number 3. Thank you for joining me for your reading to find out what your crush secretly wants to tell you. So the card that you were drawn to in the beginning is the Tower, and the stone that you were drawn to is the Zoisite. So let's go ahead and dive right in and find out what your crush secretly wants to tell you. So we have the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. The King of Swords is upside down, which means that your crush doesn't currently have clarity, but the Knight of Swords means they're moving towards it. So there's something that they want to tell you, but they currently don't have enough clarity. So they have some boundaries here that they are currently afraid to move beyond. And we have the Hermit in reverse, which means they need to go within themselves to find this clarity so that they can know exactly what they want when it comes to love. So they don't have clarity on what kinds of community is right for them, what kind of love is right for them. Maybe it's possible that there's a culture difference here, you know, different religions, different backgrounds, different races, anything that would take people away from each other based on their generational differences that maybe the parents or the grandparents or the culture don't approve of. So I think that's why this person is being defensive. They're currently in the process of breaking down this old barrier, this old structure that said, I can only be with one race, I can only be with one religion, I can only be with one country, like one nationality. So that's what they're in the process. It's possible that you two are very different than one another. You come from very different backgrounds. And in the past, they wouldn't have gone for a love like this because their family didn't approve of it, but they're tired of that sadness, that deep despair that comes from not going for what they want and what they know is true for themselves. So in the process, they're in the process of breaking down this old barrier, this old structure that says that they can't have what they want in their life just because of the cultural differences. They don't agree with that. They don't want that for themselves. That was their parents, that was their grandparents, that was generations before them that created these rules that don't apply to them. And so they're in the process of moving towards having this clarity of how to move beyond these boundaries, go within themselves to know how to create this love for themselves. They're tired of being sad, having this deep sadness that they can't have the love that they want. So that's what they want to tell you. That's exactly what they want to tell you. They want to tell you that they're tired of playing by these cultural rules that really don't apply to them, that have nothing to do with their heart. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. That's exactly what I was saying. That's really amazing. I love that. So, yep, this person is in the process of reframing their whole entire viewpoint on who they can be with in love, and they're not going to let their grandparents or the generation before them, that cultural laws that keep them from being happy. And so they're transforming. They have a completely changed mind about who they can be with, and they're going for their passion. They're not going to sit and wallow in despair and not have the love that they really truly desire in life, because those boundaries don't belong to them. So you two have this insane chemistry. You like each other equally. They really love who they are with you. So they're no longer going to be afraid of what their family thinks or what their culture thinks or what the people in their nationality think. They just love you. You have so much chemistry, so the other stuff doesn't matter anymore. What else do they want to tell you? So we have the snake, competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder in the other woman. Camera, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past and make memories. So it's possible that somebody is watching you too and seeing that, hey, this person is doing something they're not supposed to, and they're going and telling their parents or their grandparents or their people in their community and saying, hey, he or she is with this person that we all wouldn't really approve of. And so, they're spying on you, or spying on them, and it's making them uncomfortable and trying to force them in a direction that they don't want to go in any longer. But I have a feeling that they're not going to let that stop them. They're breaking down those walls of the past that keep them from going after the love of their heart. So they're going to have this prosperity. This is what they're going to have. This is a feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. So that's really amazing. So this prosperity doesn't necessarily talk about money. It's talking about supporting our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. So this is about following your heart and the well-being that comes from following your heart. And when you don't follow your heart, when you listen to your family and your friends and your community try to tell you about what would bring you joy, then you end up very miserable. So you have to follow your heart, and that's the only thing that will make you whole. So that's what they want to tell you, is that they're currently processing and transforming their way of thinking and being on the earth. They're currently going through this consciousness transformation so that they can embody a fuller expression of themselves at this time. So what is the timing related to what they want to tell you? Next new moon. So the next new moon is when this is going to happen. So whenever you are watching this right now and this reading resonates with you, the next new moon is when your crush is going to come in and tell you that they are completely going through a transformation and renovating all their thoughts and feelings when it comes to who they're going to be with. They're so passionate about you, and they're tired of listening to their community telling them who they should be with. And so they're going to let you know next new moon that this is what they want. You are what they want. Let's pull a couple more angel card messages to finish off this reading. Creative potential, divine intervention. Yes. So they see the creative potential of this relationship, and there's divine intervention. That's actually what the Tower card is about. It usually comes up when we're going through a deep transformation, but usually it's things are breaking down on our behalf because the universe wants us to be more fulfilled. That's what they're currently going through in their life, is this divine intervention to tell them that they have infinite creative potential. They don't have to listen to those outdated laws if that's not what they want for themselves. Those are man-made laws. Those are things that we decide for ourselves. And so they are realizing that the divine wants them to be happy. The universe wants them to be happy, to be prosperous in all ways. They have infinite creative potential, and that they are free to express all their heart's desires. So that's a very beautiful reading. Go ahead and comment creative potential below to claim this message for yourself. Also, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications so you don't miss the next reading that I do for you. And until then, I'm sending you so much peace and love. Bye for now. Hi, card number 4. Thank you for joining me for your reading to find out what your crush secretly wants to tell you. So the card that you were drawn to in the beginning is the 10 of Cups. And the stone, the crystal that you were drawn to in the beginning is amethyst. The amethyst point. So let's go ahead and get started and find out what exactly your crush secretly wants you to know. The Five of Wands. So right away, I'm feeling that they're tired of competing. They're tired of playing the dating game. They're ready for a long distance love affair. They're willing and ready to have a fulfilling family. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so they're currently in the process of planting this seed. They know what they want. They want this fulfilling, happy family life, but maybe they haven't necessarily been able to do it in the past. They were afraid of being tied down, so they were dating a lot, but so they haven't really seen it done for themselves, and maybe they didn't really have a good example of it in the past, but they're currently manifesting this. They're currently in the process of creating a more secure version of themselves, and this is like Taurus energy. This is somebody who wants stability in their lives. And so they are ready for it. They may have not done it or seen it in the past, but they're currently in the process of manifesting this kind of big, happy fulfillment that they really deep down desire. What else does your crush secretly want to tell you? What else does your crush secretly want to tell you? The World, the Hermit, Two of Cups, Four of Wands. Okay. So they're currently in the process of completing this awareness by going within themselves of what kind of love and community they really desire. They're tired of chasing around. That has made them really lonely. They are surprised how lonely actually dating a lot of people is. And they don't want that anymore. They have decided that they want tribe, they want community, they want a stable love. And so they're in the process of completing this awareness. They've gone within themselves. They've done a lot of contemplation on why they've been miserable because they haven't invited this deep, deep, lasting love. And so they're currently in the process of opening themselves up to that. That's what they want for themselves. They want this love. Okay, let's pull some love-specific oracle cards. Wow, see there? Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. That's exactly what I was just saying. They want stability. They want security. They want something that's permanent. Being a fling and dating around has made them very lonely. And they're ready to have this endurance and this permanence. Wow, wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. So that's what they want to tell you. They want to tell you that they see marriage potential with you. They see something permanent with you. And that's what they want. They want to create this. They haven't had it in the past, but they see it with you and they really desire it. That's beautiful. What else does your crush secretly want to tell you? What else does your crush secretly want to tell you? Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. So that's what I was saying earlier as well. They're currently in the process of healing themselves. They realized that, dating around was incredibly lonely. It was toxic. Those kind of relationships were toxic. They were just depleting their energy rather than giving them anything fulfilling. And so they're tired of it. They're done with it. They're healing that. Ascending, yep. Transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. That's incredible. So they're in the process of ascending because they've been healing their heart, moving on from this toxic type of way of living and just flinging around, dating around, one night stands kind of thing. And they're ready to be married. They want to marry you. You are the one they want. So they're transcending these obstacles. They're in the process of learning and healing, and they're preparing for a union with you. That's what they secretly want to tell you. They're preparing for a union with you. What else does your crush secretly want to tell you? Fertility. Yes, they're in the process of preparing for this fertile, abundant relationship with you. They're making a greater expression of themselves for you to provide you a stable relationship. Third eye chakra, tantric journey. Yeah. So they're in the process of remembering exactly how to synergize, unify with somebody, to live up to their highest expression, to have this tantric journey, to know that uniting with someone in a love that is requited and honored and true for a long distance is what they want. They want this endurance. They want this journey of fertility with you. Okay, some divine timing cards. What is the timing of this proposal, this marriage offering, this completion of this transformation of this person? At the holidays. Ooh. So it's possible you will get proposed to at Christmas time or at a significant holiday in your life in the holiday season, which is coming up in the next 3 months or so. So yeah, that's cool. I'm excited for you. That's really interesting. Let's pull a couple more. Angel, imagine, clearly visualize the life you want, feel it in your heart and soul, and so it will come to be. So this is asking you to imagine the life that you want to create with this person. And that will help them come in with this proposal, perhaps at the holiday season. Okay? I want to hear about that later if that happens. I want you to come back and comment, they proposed to me on the holiday. That would be cool. So imagine that. Just imagine that. What would that feel like? Determination. Determination, perseverance, and patience will lead to a positive outcome. So you can be sure that this will have a positive outcome. You imagining this experience, knowing that they want this journey with you, they're ready to propose, they're ready to have this endurance, to go to long distance, to have this unity, this long distance love with you. That is beautiful. So go ahead and comment at the holidays to claim this message for yourself. Also, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications so you don't miss the next reading that I do for you. And until then, I'm sending you so much peace and love. Bye for now.